feel this way forever. I'm Byron the Jackson.
Hey, what is up, guys? This is Snorlax Sniper or Ryan here from Cardboard Coliseum, and I am back with a brand new video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Juunishishi archetype. So, they are a XYZ based archetype based on just going into a bunch of like more XZs, just going one on top of the other. And oh yeah, by the way, just if my volume's better this time around, just let me know because I'm trying to fix it. So they're based on just going into one on top of another. If you have one Juunishishi, like the main deck monster, you can just put it on top of the other, and it's a really cool archetype. So I'm gonna start out with the XYZs first. So the first one is Juunishishi Bullhorn. He is an Earth Beast Warrior. They're all Earth Beast Warriors. Rank 4. They're all rank 4s. They have a question mark attack because they all have like a boost effect. This one requires 2 level 4 monsters. They like go up like 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think you're supposed to like rank them up between those, like 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, 5, just going up and up and up and up. So this one says once per turn you can also XZ summon Juunishishi Bullhorn by using one Juunishishi monster you control with a different name as XZ material. XZ materials attached to that monster also become XZ materials on this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to the total attack and defense of the Juunishishi monsters attached to it as XZ material. And then its other effect is once per turn, you can attach one XZ material from this card, add one Beast Warrior type monster that can be normal summon / from your deck to your hand. So that's basically all the Juunishishi archetype. Maybe if you're playing some Fire Fists or whatever, you can do that. But he's pretty decent. Like, you can use him for Viper, which I'll talk about in a sec. Just to search Viper to get more attack on him. The next one is Juunishishi Tigress. Same stats before. 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can also, same thing, blah, 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 blah. Once per turn, you can attach one XZ material from this card, then target one XZ monster you control and one Juunishishi monster in your graveyard. Attach that Juunishishi monster to that XZ material as XZ material. So, the thing about this, it doesn't even say Juunishishi. So, you could, do that to put, materials back on, a Dweller, or, any other XZ monster, like a Castell. Maybe you need to do something else with popping or something. Put it on your Utopia the Lightning to try to give him another thing. And yeah, it's just pretty solid. And you can use that to get rid of a 0 attack Juunishishi material to put in a higher attack Juunishishi material on the XZ, so they gain more attack. So that's pretty good. And yeah, she's pretty solid. Okay, the next one, which is 5 level 4 monsters, Juunishishi Wildbow. Once per turn, you can also XZ summon Juunishishi Wildbow by using one Juunishishi monster. Okay, yeah, same thing. 2, he can attack directly. 3, when this card with 12 or more XZ materials inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can send all cards in your opponent's hand and the field to the graveyard, then change this card to defense position. So I was testing him out, and he's actually pretty good. And sorry, I went out of order. I'll show you the other one in a sec. But he's actually not that bad. He's not the greatest, because you have to overextend into him so much just to get him to do something. But if you get him out and you can resolve it, it's pretty much game from there. There's nothing they're gonna, unless they're playing BA or something that plays out of the graveyard, they're not gonna do much from there with all of their shit in the graveyard. It's just not gonna be good for them, and you're basically just gonna run them over after that. So he's pretty good as the boss monster, because it is possible to get 12 materials on him. As I said, I was doing it. It's not the most competitive thing to try to do. That's basically for style points if you want to try to beat your opponent by doing that. But him just being able to attack directly, you can get him up to 7,000 attack easily. So you can just win with that, and it would be pretty cool. But he's a pretty good card, and he can actually do things just by attacking directly. And then if you can, like I said, if you can actually resolve that, it is game. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. That is gonna be game from there. And like I said, unless you're playing a deck that plays out of the grave. So having him as a boss monster isn't bad whatsoever. If they gave other XYZ based archetypes that boss monster, they'd be much better than they are now. Juunishishi Dronkia. This is the one before Wildbow, or the one before the one I just said. 4 level 4 monsters, same effect as the other, same. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one XZ material from this card, then target one face-up card on the field, destroy it. And that's pretty good. Any card that has basic removal like that is gonna be decent. And then here's the things that were just announced today: the Juunishishi spells and traps. The awaited 2, Zodiac sign. So this actually is Zodiac sign. It's not Juunishishi or whatever. Field spell. Juunishishi monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Pretty good just to get them at a decent attack and defense. Your opponent cannot target Beast Warrior type monsters you control for an attack, except the Beast Warrior type monster you control with the highest attack. So this is really good, because I was testing this out before these cards came out. And before these cards were announced. And my biggest problem was if I made two of them, one would get attacked over, and it was just terrible. So having that is really good. And then the last one, once per turn, if a Juunishishi monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one other monster you control or have in your hand. So that's really good, because if you could you can have like a Juunishishi in hand, and this doesn't even say a Juunishishi monster you control or have in your hand. Like you can be playing some really weird variant like Cosmo Juunishishi, and you could just destroy a Cosmo in your hand and be freaking broken. But I actually, now that I said that, I might actually try that. But that'd be pretty cool, and it would just to destroy something that has really low attack, or just destroy something in your hand, just so you can keep your big beater out there. It's just pretty good. Here's a continuous spell, Juunishishi no Kaioku. Yeah, that. You can only use the first effect of Juunishishi Kaioku once per turn. Its first effect, you can target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon one Juunishishi monster from your deck. Oh, this would be good with Cosmos too. They need to stop. Or like this one even be good with like Yang Zings. If it doesn't miss timing, it's just they're trying to mix these together with things, and it's just not gonna work. And then the second effect, if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Juunishishi XV monster you control. Attach this card from your graveyard to that target as XC material. So this would just be like, let's say you were using, you could, this doesn't say, oh, you can target itself and destroy it. Ooh, I think so. It doesn't say one other face up. It says you can target itself. Yeah, you can target itself and destroy it, and then do that. That'd be pretty cool. Or like using metal foes with it or something. And then the last one, the trap card, Juunishishi no Hogu. Trap. It's a normal trap. The first effect, target one Juunishishi XZ monster you control. Attach one Juunishishi monster from your deck to that target as XZ material. And then second effect, during the player's turn, except that during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your... Oh, it's a Jar of Avarice. Then target 5 Juunishishi cards with your different names in your graveyard. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw one card. This is really good, because I was trying this with Jar of Avarice before like the spells and traps were announced, and Jar of Avarice was working out pretty good, but it was just bad because I had to play Jar of Avarice. But this would actually be really good, because you would get the first effect, which is pretty good, just to target one Juunishishi you control and attach a Juunishishi monster from your deck to that target. And that's good. And being able to do that's really good. Yeah, that'd be really good. And then I'll show you the main deck monsters now. I went out of order. Juunishishi Momo Rat. Earth Beast Warrior level 4. 0/0. Yeah, there's some with 0/0, and it's just not that good. If this card is normal summon, this is the first effect, you can send one Juunishishi card from your deck to the graveyard. I was playing this before the spells and traps also, and it wasn't that good, but now you could send a trap to the graveyard and it'd be pretty good. Second effect, an XZ monster, yeah, they all have an effect if they're attached to an XZ, the Star Seraphs or whatever, or like other things that have effects like that. An XZ monster whose original type is Beast Warrior with this card as XZ material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can attach one XZ material from this card, special summon one Juunishishi Morat from your hand or deck. So that's basically just to be able to make more XZs in that one turn, and it'll actually be pretty good. Like I've tried it out, it's actually decent. Juunishishi Thoroughblade. Earth Beast Warrior level 4, 1600 attack, 0 defense. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can discard one Juunishishi monster, and if you do, draw one card. This was decent. It wasn't like great, but it was decent. It helped me a little bit. It just helped when you drew it. And then the XZ effect, if it's attached to a Beast Warrior, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage, which is always good. Juunishishi Viper, Earth Beast Warrior level 4, 1200 attack, 400 defense. During the player's turn, you can target one Beast Warrior XZ type monster you control. Attach this card from your hand or field to it as an XZ material. This is what I was talking about. You can use Viper and the XZ that searches to just get rid of a 0 attack search Viper and then just attach it directly from your hand just to give them more attack. And then his second effect is actually really good. An XZ monster whose original type is Beast Warrior, yeah. After damage calculation in which this card battled with an opponent's monster, banish that opponent's monster. So let's say you're playing against Pendulums. You have 3 XZs, you have to have a Viper attached to each of them. You just attack, and you attack 3 Pendulums. They all get banished afterwards instead of going to the extra deck. So it's just really good just to like get rid of everything. And like let's say you're playing against like Cosmos and you attack their monster, instead of it going to grave so they can get the grave effect, it just gets banished. Same thing with like if you're playing against Yang Zings, just attack it, banished, gone. Wrist in pieces you're playing. And then Juunishishi Ram. If this card is destroyed, it's a 400 attack, 2000 defense. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Juunishishi monster in your graveyard, except Juunishishi Ram, special summon it. And then an XZ, that's pretty good. Like, it's good, but like you're not gonna want to do that. You want a deck to be fast. You don't want to make it really slow and just set everything. It's like, in effect, an XZ monster whose original type, yeah. When an opponent's trap card effect that targets it is activated, you can detach one XZ material from negate the activation. So it's good just to like get rid of like a Fiendish or a Fogblade or something. Juunishishi Rabina, level 4, 800. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Juunishishi card in your graveyard. Ooh, says card. That's pretty good. Except Juunishishi Rabina, add it to your hand. Second, an XZ monster whose original type is... Yeah, it's the same thing with the trap one, just with spells. So, I don't think this archetype is going to be meta, per se, unless, like, some variants come out or they get new cards. I think it could be tier 2, depending on what the current meta is when this comes out. I just don't think it's going to be tier 1. Like, I could see it being a solid tier 2 deck, but if you overextend with it and you get, like, Hydra or something, you lose. Or if you're playing against, like, a deck that just is maining a bunch of XZ stopping things, like, oh yeah, I forgot, like, Dimension Barrier is going to be out when this card comes out, if it's not already limited or anything. So, if you, like, normal your monster has 0 attack, and they flip Dimension Barrier, rip, rest in pieces. But yeah, this archetype is gonna be a decent archetype. I think it could be good. Like, if they get more cards, like, I think they have this is, like, a solid first set layout of cards. Like, they gave it, like, 12 cards, and that's gonna be in the first set it's coming out in. It's really good. Like, it's based on XZs, obviously. They can keep ranking up into each other. You could play cards like that card that just attaches itself as an XZ material. You could play like Costello and everything like that to just abuse the XZ material attaching and attaching. You could play Norden just to go for 2 level 4s just to be able to make it better. I think it's just gonna be a really good archetype. Like, I think it's gonna be really good, but not to the point of meta, like I said. Like, tier 2, not tier 1, something like that. Yeah, that's all I think. But Wild Bow is definitely going to be really good. Like, if you even if you can't get the 12 materials, like I said, just to attack directly, hit some damage. I think that's pretty much done with talking about Juunishishis. If there's any other cards that come out and you want me to talk about them, or if there's any cards that already were announced and you want me to talk about them because I missed them, just let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading videos on this channel twice or 3 times a week. I don't know when Tom and Greg are upload, but they will upload too. Greg's gonna do like IRL deck profiles and stuff like he's been doing, like the LJ's weekly deck profile. And yeah, I'll probably leave a playlist. I'll make a playlist for my card discussions. We can make like a name for the series or whatever. But yeah, this is Snorlax Sniper or Ryan signing off. Peace.